Hey, before we jump into this video, I wanted to show you, we use the other Maxim for some reason, but what we mean is this Maxim. So we realized that about halfway through the video that we had the wrong stupid Maxim in here. But anyways, we're talking about this, the Maxim Ultra, not the Maxim XXL 360. Hey guys, this is the video about the 2021 BBCOR bats. We think before you go out and buy a 2021 BBCOR bat that this video is actually worth watching. There's not gonna be a lot of hitting. If you've watched our channel or read our website for any amount of time, you know the thing that we care the most about is swing weight. This is what it looks like from lightest to heaviest. You got the Quattro Pro, the CF, the ACP and Rawlings, the Solo, the good single piece, the Maxim Ultra, the Voodoo, then the Voodoo 1, the Nox. This one here is the Meta, not the Meta Power, obviously, because it's down here on the lower end. And then you have the Cat 9, the Bone Saber, the Cat 9 Connect, the Mizuno Hot Metal, the Mizuno Power Carbon, the Goods, the Axe Elite 1, then the Missile Stinger, then the Meta Power, then the Omaha, then the B5, then the Widowmaker, then the Phoenix Smoke, then the Nuke, and then the Camo. So what does that mean for you exactly? Where should you be? Well, again, a lot of it is preference. So it's hard for us to say this bat is for you or this bat is for you because you're this kind of hitter. But generally speaking, if you're an elite player, we think these bats right here that are in the screen right here, the Cat 9 and the Hot Metal, all the way through the Camo at the end, those are legit. And by elite, look, we don't mean that you're the best kid on your high school team. We mean you're the best kid in the county. These bats down here, starting about here with the Phoenix Smoke, those three bats in a 33 actually weigh more than most of these bats down in a 34. If you're good players, you can handle some weight. We think, you're kind of in this world here, from like the Widowmaker down maybe like the Cat 9, right? Maybe even the Meta, if you like a light swinging bat and a good feel. If you're new to the business, you're looking for a light swing, here's your window, right? You're looking for something like the Meta, maybe even from the Bone Saber, but really like the Voodoo 1, the Voodoo, the Maxim Ultra, the Goods, the Solo, the ACP, and the CF and the Quattro, really built, we think, for that young hitter, wants that good feel, big bat, big barrel, but light swing. All right, we're gonna do a quick little stiffness check. Now this is completely subjective because we've never really figured out a way to measure actual stiffness because it really is just a feel. So we're just gonna do three pitches, then give you a number. 0 means it's super flexible. 10 means it's extremely stiff.
Easton B5. I give it an 8. Give it a 4. 2021 Meta Power. I give it a 4. Mizuno Power Carbon. I give it a 3. CF. 2. Dirty South Camo. I give it a 6. Rawlings Quattro Pro. I give it a 3. Easton Maxim Ultra. I give it a 5. Cat 9 Connect. I give it a 4. DeMarini Goods. Got that one. Get out. Oh, this is a 6. DeMarini Voodoo. I give it a 4. Cat 9. I'll give this one an 8. It's Nox. I give this one a 6.
You think that's stiff, huh?
Yeah, I thought that one was stiff. Sick Bone Saber. I give this one a 9. Solo. I give that one an 8. Phoenix Smoke. I give that one an 8. The Voodoo 1. I give that one a 7. Goods 1 piece. Give that one an 8. Axe Elite 1. Give that a 6. Stinger Nuke. I give that one a 10. Anderson Widowmaker. I give that one an 8. Stinger Missile. I give that one a 9. Mizuno Hot Metal. Give this a 9.
The number one way most people shop is by price. It makes sense, right? They have a budget. They want to stick on the budget price. Well, from left to right, left, these are the metas. A $500 price, well, $499. Bats have increased in price exponentially, folks. And performance hasn't changed much, so, you know. Every bat right here, like this way here, right? From the Quattro and up is over $400. Then you have sort of your $300 section. A lot of these working all the way down to these bats, the B5, the War Stick Bone Saber. I mean, no wonder we have all these new bats popping up in single piece aluminum bats, because they can get these things for cheap and then sell them for $350. And you know, they get a little hype, and before you know it, they're sold out. And it's like, man, these bats are literally like probably $99 to $199 bats, like the Omaha baby down there that's still rocking $199 and crushing balls. But, you know, lo and behold, we're stuck trying to pay $350 for a single piece of aluminum bat. Anyways, don't get me going on this stuff. And this is probably the first way that most people think about bats, at least after price, is their construction. That is how they are made. So those are the single piece composite. Here are the 2-piece composites. These are the hybrid bats, and these here are the single piece aluminum bats. I mean, there's as many single piece aluminum bats as there are every other kind of bat combined. These bats tend to be stiff. They tend to weigh heavy, although you do have bats like the Voodoo right there, the Voodoo 1, and maybe like that Goods single piece that actually swing light. You then have these bats, which are the hybrid bats. They have alloy barrels, composite handles. Shout out to the Bat Bros. They've made these things extremely popular in the last, 6-9 months. People that used to swing bats like this are now like, hey, we get hot out of the wrapper bats, we get a good ping, and that one lefty can hit the ball 7,000 yards with it. Surely I can too, right? But here we are, and these bats seem to be a lot more popular than they were a couple years ago. But they also tend to swing a little bit heavier. It's rare you get a light swinging hybrid bat. Also have the 2-piece composite bat. These are the most expensive bats in there. These have 2 pieces of composite, right? So the barrel is made of composite, the handle's made of composite. These bats cost the most. They tend to feel the best. They tend to have what a lot of kids who come from USSSA and USA like the most. And then you have a couple of very weird, well, I shouldn't say weird, but different bats. These are single piece composite bats. This is the Easton Maxim. Used to be the Combat Maxim, but long story that you can read about on our website. It's now the Easton Maxim. These are also stiff bats, but they have a little more give in them than your single piece aluminum bats do. But they still sound like a composite. They have massive barrels. This one actually swings pretty light. This one swings ridiculously heavy. Really want a really stiff feel, hot of the wrapper, something less expensive, you're gonna be there, right? If you want something that's popular, good performance, feels really good, that you're gonna be right there in the hybrid section. If you want something that feels the most like the bat you used in Little League, this is it. Big barrel, 2-piece connection, light swing, feels great, usually on contact. If you want something out of the box, a little bit different, you like that stiff feel, but you still want a composite bat, that's gonna be these bad boys. Another way some people love to look at bats is the barrel profile. Now, all these bats are 2 5/8 at their maximum because they can't be bigger than that. That's how BBCOR works. But there is a point where they actually get to that. And if from left to right, obviously you can see those little marks there. Those are rings that go around the barrel. That's actually the same ring. We just took lots of pictures. The smallest barrel profile to the largest barrel profile. Some people like to think about this along with the swing weight. Notice a bat like the Ultra, the Maxim Ultra on the far right. That has a huge barrel, but a pretty light swing, right? So in terms of if you want a light swing and a huge barrel, man, that's it. Same with look at like the CF, look at the Quattro. Those bats, huge barrel, light swing. Then down here towards the left, you have bats like the Widowmaker, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th one in. The Widowmaker has a relatively smaller barrel. I mean, it kind of in that middle grouping, but it's definitely a smaller barrel, but it swings really heavy. So folks, there you have it. These are all the 2021 BBCOR bats. Lots of ways to slice and dice them. We like to emphasize that swing weight matters a lot. Performance isn't that much different. They're all real close to the same. Definitely some differences here and there, but We think the number one decision you should make is price, because you have a budget. We don't think you should be mortgaging your house to get the best bat, because honestly they're all pretty good. And number two, swing weight matters a lot. After that, you might care about feel, you might care about sound, you might care about performance, you might care about color, you might care about what your brother swings, you might care about what you saw that was on YouTube that was cool. All those things are reasonable. But there you go, folks. There's our overview of the 2021 BBCOR bats. Good luck.